Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning are the buzzwords of the century. Their wide range of applications has changed the facets of technology in even field, ranging from healthcare, manufacturing, business, education, banking, information technology, and whatnot. Although these words are familiar and used widely, they are often used interchangeably. But there is a vast difference between all of this. In this webinar, it's time to explore these buzzwords and learn the difference between them. A pleasant good morning and a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. I'm Dr. Kriti, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, KCG College, Mysuru. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all, the participants, to the webinar on Artificial Intelligence versus Machine Learning versus Deep Learning, presented by Department of Computer Science, HFGC, Mysuru. Hope all are safe and healthy. Today, we are presenting a webinar on Artificial Intelligence versus Machine Learning versus Deep Learning, presented by Dr. Krishnamurthy, working as a professor and head in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, KCG College of Technology, Chennai. We welcome you, sir. I extend my cordial welcome to Dr. C.J. Priya, Principal, HFGC, to this webinar. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
A warm welcome to all the faculties and the students of HFGC to the webinar on Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning versus Deep Learning. Now, I request our beloved Principal, Dr. C.J. Priya, to address the participants.
Good morning and greetings to all. The Department of Computer Science of Hindustan First Grade College, Mysuru, has been organizing a series of webinars every week. So we are in the 5th week now. I would like to welcome our resource person, Dr. M. Krishnamurthy, staff and students for the webinar on Artificial Intelligence versus Machine Learning versus Deep Learning. Apart from academics or conducting online classes, Hindustan First Grade College is excelling in conducting a number of extracurricular activities or programs, webinars. These kinds of webinars, it offers the students with a wide range of subjects or the courses to choose from. The webinars we conduct are actually making the subjects or the education quite convenient. It is making more effective. And when you discuss or interact with a resource person or the subject faculty, you are able to gain more knowledge. You are able to get more confidence, and you are able to broaden your skills as well. So for today's webinar, we have Dr. Krishnamurthy, who is going to give us full details about the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Our resource person, Dr. M. Krishnamurthy, is currently working as a professor and head in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, KCG College of Technology, Chennai. He has a vast teaching experience and a research experience of about 31 years. He leads the research group of Computer Science and Engineering faculty in KCG College. And to his credit, he has 2 patents granted, 22 books written for TNOU, and 54 plus journal publications, 14 plus publications in the conference proceedings. He is a recognized supervisor in Anna University, and at present is guiding the candidates for research. He has received the prestigious award of Best Java Architect, Man Engineer Award, Distinguished Faculty Data Mining, Dedication in Teaching, and Best Teacher Award. He has served as a reviewer on several international journals. He has also received a fund to do the research project and from TNSCST. Moreover, he has delivered more than 100 plus invited talks to the universities and colleges. He has also hosted 5 special talks in Doordarshan television, Podige TV, about the recent topics in the information technologies. We are very much impressed with your vast profile, sir.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Hindustan First Grade College, I would like to extend a warm and hearty welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
So students, pay attention to during the webinar. Follow along the outline or the slides as a resource person presents. So I hope you will be having an overall better learning experience as a result. Thank you.
Good morning to Ananda. I'm Professor Krishnamurthy from KCG College of Technology. Today we are going to interact. I'm not going to teach. We are going to interact and we are going to talk about all this information, what I mentioned in the topic, AA versus ML versus DL. Okay. As and when we go for as I go for any guest lecture or a seminar or workshop, I used to pose the first question: what is the difference between you and me? If I sit on the other side, I will be treated as a student. If any one of you are giving a lecture over here, you will be treated as a professor. So assuming this scenario, one minute. Assuming this scenario, what is the difference between you and me? As a student or a professor, you can give an answer for this. What is the difference between you and me in terms of time factor? Anybody? What is the difference between you and me in terms of time factor? You are not supposed to say I am a 56 years of old, having 31 years experience, having a HOD, all about this, nothing. Apart from this, what is the difference between you and me? As a student, the person who is sitting on the other side is a student, irrespective of the position, whether a teacher or a student, they are all treated as a student. Even if I sit on the other side, I will be treated as a student because I will be learning some new concept from the person who is delivering the concept. In such a case, what is the difference between you and me? Anybody? Any answer for this question? Dear students, can I pose a question or just like that can I go for my topic? Generally speaking, any teaching environment, it is a give and take policy. I used to give a question, you used to give an answer, it is a give and take policy. Any answer for this? Anybody?
So please post the question in the chat box. It's better they can understand.
Because I'm using the full screen mode. Just I am giving information. Let them open their mouth. Let them give their answer. It may be right or wrong. Nothing wrong on it. It's a general interaction only, no? Any students? What's the difference between you and me? I'm not going to see your chat window because I'm showing the full view of screen. Whether my screen is viewing, is it visible? Anybody? My screen is visible?
No, sir, it's not visible. Your
No,
presentation
sir.
is going to say.
Whether my screen is visible or not?
Sir,
No, sir, it's not visible.
sir, you please stop presenting and after again you start presenting.
1 minute, 1 minute. Whether my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Not visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible now.
Yes. Now? Now visible or not?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
It's visible.
Okay, thank you. Dear students, what is the difference between you and me in terms of time factor? Anybody? And even if not a student, a faculty also we can give answer for this question. What's the difference between you and me? Assume that if I am sitting on the other side, I will be treated as a student. Any one of you will be as a resource person or a faculty. In such a case, what's the difference between you and me? In terms of time factor. Anybody? Even faculty you can give answer for this. Just an interaction only.
Sir,
Yes.
yeah, according to the time factor, you are the resource person right now. We are
Okay.
waiting for your lecturer to gain the knowledge.
Okay. In this case, where the time factor is involved, you have given the answer is correct, but where is the time factor is involved? Time factor in the sense maybe 1 day or 1 hour or 1 year or 50 years like that. What's the difference between you and me in terms of time factor?
Okay. In terms of time factor is like you have like 30 years of experience in the field, what you are good at, and you will be more confident than us what about the concept what you are teaching today.
Okay, this is
We
what.
are in,
Yes, proceed.
we are in the learning process and we are waiting for the knowledge or the information what you are giving right now.
Okay.
So everything it depends upon the experience and the knowledge what we gain in the field of research.
Okay. So this is what I mentioned earlier when I posed the question. You are not supposed to say, I'm having 31 years of experience, having all about this. You are not supposed to say all this answer. Apart from this, what's the difference between you and me in terms of time factor? Any other? So far what you have given the answer is a general answer. But the answer what I'm expecting, I don't think you'll be giving any. I will give you the answer. The difference between you and me is only 1 day. How it become only 1 day? How it become only 1 day? Even though I am good in AA, even though I am good in big data analytics, even though I am good in data mining, I have prepared a PPT yesterday. Now I am delivering the content today. So you people are going to learn along with me today. This is the only difference between you and me is only 1 day. Not only to attend this type of webinar or seminar or workshop, whatever the case, even for a class teaching like anything, we as a professor, you as a student, the time gap between you and us is only 1 day. Even though I'm having 30 plus of experience, even though I have handled this data mining, data warehousing, or machine learning concept more than 10 or 15 times for a period of time, but even then, before I'm going to the class, I need to see what are all the content today we are going to deliver to our student. So before that, I need to refer what it is. So this is what the difference between you and me. It is only 1 day. Yesterday I have prepared the PPT. Today you are going to learn. This is only difference. Even though the PPT may be prepared yesterday, but the way in which how I am going to give the content to the fullest satisfaction of the audience, it is a differ from person to person. But anyhow, the difference is only 1 day. Am I correct or not? The person who has given the answer. What's your name?
Yeah, sir, Dr. Kriti, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So is it correct or not?
Correct.
So even though we are 50 plus of years of experience in teaching, but when we go for taking lesson to our student, we need to refer what are all the content or what are the lesson we are going to teach today. So maybe yesterday night we will have referred about this. Tomorrow first hour we are having the class, means yesterday night itself we are going to go through what are the content. Even though we are good enough to deliver the concept to the fullest satisfaction of the student, but even then we need to refer at least what are the agenda, what are the topics we are going to deliver to the content tomorrow. So like that. So this is a way in which the differentiation is made between student and staff. Okay. Why I'm insisting all about this means, since it is an interaction, since it is a 1 day gap between you and me, just I'm going to deliver some content, just I'm going to interact a content with you. So don't feel that I'm expertise one, I'm expertise. We are not supposed to ask any question. We are not supposed to give a different perspective. It is not like that. As and when I post any question, kindly give me the answer. The reason why I may thinking that this is the answer for the given question, but you people may give a different perspective answer. In turn, it is a learning environment for me also, because learning is a never-ending process. Till our end, till our in Tamil irudhi moochu. So till our irudhi moochu, we are going to learn all about this. So in such a case, when I am posting the question, kindly give answer because this is an opportunity for me also to learn concept from others. Am I correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, in this aspect, now we'll move further to cover all this session. Okay. For a period of 1.5 hours or the 90 minutes, we are going to see about as the title what you have mentioned, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Are they in the same family or a different family? These three are comes under the same family or different families? Anybody? Anybody? Asking question is not advisable, or can I proceed further?
So I think it is from the same family.
Yes,
But
excellent.
the contents are different.
Yes, the concepts are different, but they are the same family. Excellent.
Same family.
Excellent. DL is a subset of ML. ML is a subset of AI.
Yeah.
Yes, we have seen multi-level inheritance in C++. Do you know what is meant by multi-level inheritance?
Yes, sir.
Yes, there are 6 inheritance: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. The last one is anybody?
Multiple.
Multiple I mentioned: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and the last one. Normally, no one will say the last one because most of the book they haven't covered. In C++, when you are going to inherit an information from one class to another class, in such a case, you must have a unique information. Whereas if you have a duplication and ambiguity, the duplication and ambiguity will be resolved with the help of the keyword virtual in C++. Whereas there is no such the 6 inheritance are available in Java because Java doesn't support the keyword virtual. I will tell you the 6th one is multi-path inheritance. Have you heard about this word? Multi-path inheritance. A single base class, 2 derived class. From the 2 derived class, you will be having a single derived class. And the in between class is said to be an intermediate class. Like this, here is also there is a concept of a level of inheritance, a level of information. A is a super class as topmost information. ML is a subset of it. It is also going to do some intelligent work based on the application of artificial intelligence. Then DL is a subset of again ML. So whatever the information which is available in AI, whatever the information which is available in DL, all is available in DL. Whatever the information which is available in AA, whatever the information which is available in ML, which are all available in DL. Whereas you can't able to see the information of ML and DL in AA. You can't see the information of DL in ML. So this is a vice versa concept. Normally in C++, we used to create an object for the derived class. Am I correct or not? We used to create an object for the derived class. We are not going to create an object for the base class or a super class. The reason why derived class object is capable of accessing information from the super class, whereas a super class information can't be used to access information which is available in the derived class. This is hierarchy. Like that, this is also an hierarchy. So, as a general note or conclusion, deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a superset. Okay. Now we'll see. By seeing this image, what you can interpret?
AI.
AI, good. Is it AI? Yes. It is AI. Why? There is a human image or human structure is intruded in this image. What is the reason behind that? Any naming convention, any significance in this image?
Shared.
Shared, okay. What is the meaning of shared?
It's like the how the we people will think, the brain, how it is working.
Yes, yes, excellent. So it's a shadow, one way or other it is correct. If I'm standing in front of the light, my backside, my image is also going to be displayed. It is a shadow, and moreover, as and when if the humans are, as and when the humans are in a normal 45 degree, no, it's 90 degree, it's a normal way of representing human structure. But you see this human structure, it is slightly upward. Normally, a structure is like this. What is an implication of this structure? What is the implication of this structure? Suppose ideally, I'm lonely. I'm standing in front of some place, but I'm watching on the top. What it mean? What it mean?
Thinking something.
Yes, yes, excellent. Thinking something. Just I missed something, just I lost something, just I want something. In such a case, how do I get? How do you recollect? How do you gain? So like that, I'm going to think like that. So it's a mere thinking. So artificial intelligence is nothing but a mere thinking or logical thinking. So this is what the picture is implies the meaning. Okay. Before we are entered into the artificial intelligence, first we will see what is meant by the keyword intelligence. How you are an intelligent student? Since I asked the question, each and every question, who has given the answer? Dr. Diti.
Kriti, sir.
Dr. Kriti. Okay. This is an intelligence. The reason why, whenever I pose the question, she has given an exact answer. When I'm talking about the exact answer means she is having the capacity. She is having the capacity to learn and solve problems. She is having the capacity to think and give answer for the question. This is what intelligence. And intelligence, it is vary from person to person. If I'm asking a question related to agriculture, related to a faculty like you can't able to give. Whereas if I'm asking a question like what is meant by AL, ML, DL to another farmer, he can't able to give. So the way in which how people can be in the particular domain, if they are capable enough to think and solve the problem, then definitely is a intelligence. Normally I ask the person when they are coming for counseling for admission after completion of +2, what's the difference between mechanical or triple then computer science? Then I'll ask the question, if it is raining outside, what your mom or dad will say? Some students, they will say, don't go outside, like that they will say. But I will ask again, no, you are supposed to go. Again, what your mom will give an instruction. If I'm asking the question again means, they will say, yes, my mom has instructed me to go with the umbrella. So this is a logical thinking. Yes, good. If you are having a logical thinking like this, then you will be the good programmer in the computer field. So the way in which how we are going to learn and solve problem is generally speaking as an intelligence. It is applicable to both the human being as well as system. It is not necessary that it is meant for system. Even it is capable. Even it is applicable for as a faculty. We as a faculty is having the capacity to learn and to solve problems. It is generally speaking an intelligent. It is applicable even for a system. Okay. Right. What are the stages? What are the process? What are the steps are involved in intelligence means you must to think. Then you must to learn. Then you must to find the reason for that. Then you must to give a coherent or comprehend information. Then you need to plan, then solve, then evolve. What's meant by evolve? That is whether it is correct or not. You need to check. You are giving the solution. You are giving the planning. You are giving the coherent, comprehend information. You are finding the reason. You have learned. You thought. So this is a stage and the steps of intelligence. So today lecture we are going to see some definition, some significance, and objective, then application in all this aspect. How it is going to execute, how it is going to be manipulated. The definition, what is CAI? It is look like a human being, or it is an ability to mimic or duplicate the functions of the human brain. It is a mimicry. There is a mimicry. There is a mimicration. There is a mimic means it's a resemblance. It's a duplication. What we are doing, the same concept system is also going to do. The mimicry information. The mimicry. I will be speaking like an actor like this. I will be speaking like a prime minister like this. I will be speaking like I will be. So making sound like animals. So it is like look like a mimicry. So it is a mimic. How the human brain or how the human is doing something, it is also going to be reflected by the system. So it is an artificial intelligence. Then what is meant by artificial intelligence system? Before I will go, just I will ask a question. What is a DBS? What is a DBMS? What is a DBS? What is DBMS? Everybody?
DBMS means database management system.
Good.
DBS means database system.
What's the difference between these two, ma'am?
Like DBMS means it's an logically related data item. It can be manipulated. It can create, insert the elements.
Okay.
DBS means only it collects the data.
Yes. Excellent. Wherever there is a management, definitely there is a concept of addition, deletion, subtraction, modification, duplication, normalization. All this information will be takes place. It's carried out in this aspect, and moreover, it is doing some concept of scheduling. It will do the concept of arranging. It will do the concept of organization. All these manipulations that takes place in the management. There is a management system. There is a generalist system. It will keep the records intact. Just keep on adding the information. It will store the information. So in such a case, it is a system like this. Artificial intelligence system is nothing but a system. I entered into the airport. The system is pakka, like that we used to say. When you're talking about the system is pakka, we are not talking about only the computer system. We are not talking about only the cleaning. We are not talking about only the lift. We are not talking about the elevator, escalator, anything. We are not talking about all that. Even it is inclusion of with the human being. Human is also, he is doing a systematic work. So in such a case, we are treating human beings also treated as a system. There is a people, procedure, hardware, software, data, or knowledge needed to develop a computer system and machine that demonstrate the characteristics of intelligence. When you are talking about a machine is going to be treated as an artificial intelligence system or an intelligence system, this system is not alone going to work on their own. It has to be supported by people like us. Then what is the procedure functionality? What about the hardware? What about the software? What about the data compatibility? And what the knowledge needed? What is the knowledge needed to develop the system? These and all will play a vital role. What is the concept of knowledge needed in the sense? In data mining, there is a concept we used to say, we will be having volume of data, but there is a proverb, there is a slogan, we are drowning in data but starving for knowledge. We are drowning in data but starving for knowledge, we used to say. What is the concept? I am a person who is capable enough to pay 5,000 rupees to take X-ray on my brain. So X-rays, for that I have paid 5,000 rupees. After 1 hour, the Bharat scan, they will be giving a 10 sheet of X-ray with the color images. But I don't know what is available in the image. For that, we need to have a knowledge worker. The knowledge worker is nothing but your doctor. So he has to apply the knowledge. Similarly, the system is not going to do on your own. We need to apply knowledge to develop a computer system. So this is what an artificial intelligence system. An artificial intelligence system is having the concept of a composite of or a combination of people like us. What is a procedure? What is a hardware? What is a software? Data, knowledge, everything is going to be happen. Now the system is going to act like an intelligence system. What is an objective of? What is an objective of? Make machines smarter, understand what is intelligent is, make machine more useful. If I am doing the work smarter, then people, they will say, he is an intelligent person. If you are not doing the work smarter, he doesn't have any knowledge in this. Like that, they used to give a rubber stamp to me. If we make a machine smarter, definitely it's going to be intelligence. Definitely it's going to be useful. This is an objective of EIA. What are the signs of an intelligence? These are the signs. Learn, or understand from experience. There is a data pyramid, I think you would have seen, just I'll tell you. There is a data, then information, then knowledge, and there is the wisdom. In this pyramid, first data, 2, what it is? Anybody? 2, what it is? 2, what it is? Anybody? 2. 1, 2. 2, what it is? Anybody?
Number?
2, what it is? Anybody? Explain with the reference to context. What is 2? Student? Okay, I will give you an answer. Explain with the reference to context. 2 is nothing but today, date is 2. So, when I'm explaining with the reference to context, it is nothing but an information. I need to have a knowledge to say, so, okay, today's date is 2. Until otherwise, if I'm not having experience, we can't say it is a 2, it is a wisdom. So like that, a system must have understandability and experience, make sense out of ambiguous or contradictory messages. When you go for an intelligence, any work is going to be intelligent, you should make a sense out of an ambiguous or contradictory message, out of ambiguous. Respond quickly and successfully to new situations. Use reasoning to solve problems. These are all some signs of intelligence. Okay. Now, what are the major branches of AI? Now, we are slowly and steadily, we are entering to the working scenario or the application where we are the AI system. The vision system. Capture, store, and manipulate visual images and pictures. By default, the system will, whenever we are entering the bank or any mall, there is a board we can see. You are comes under the surveillance. You are comes under the surveillance means there is a CCTV camera is fixed over there. Then you will be captured. Your activities are captured, so it will be stored. And for further references, it will be manipulated. All these what you call as visual images and pictures are captured with the help of vision system. And there is a learning system. So learning system by default. Nowadays, people are learning through net or through different mode of online system. All this comes under the artificial intelligence system. And now we have machine learning, deep learning. Earlier, we had an expert system, AI and expert system. Earlier, we had the paper named artificial intelligence and expert system. Expert system is nothing but store knowledge and make inferences. Store knowledge and make inferences means there is an expert will give the inferences. When I'm taking this chemical salt, when I'm taking another chemical salt, when I'm doing some titration, then I will be getting a color like this. Then I will be getting a liquid like this. This is what the inference. Even this inference information can also be specified in your statistics also. It is one way or other artificial intelligence. Then come to the neural networks. So neural networks play a vital role in your deep learning that we are going to see in the later part. Even at the initial stage that I will tell you what's a neural network. So a neural network means it is nothing but a neuron passing information from one point to another point. For example, if I am a childhood, I don't know whether if I am touching the handle, it will hurt my finger. Just like that, I will be putting my finger to handle. There is a candle. In the candle, if I am putting my finger, it will burn my finger. So, but I don't know initially. But when I'm in a grown-up stage, if I moving my finger towards the candle, my brain is giving instruction: don't touch. It will burn your finger. Like this, there's an instruction given by brain. That information is passed by a neuron. So our body, our whole structure is made up of the neural network. So that neural network will give information from one point to another point. And the next one is NLP, natural language processing, the way in which how we are going to convert the speech to text, text to speech, and text mining, speech mining, the image processing, all will come under this concept of AI. And the robotics, mechanical and computer device that perform tedious tasks with a high precision. When compared to us, the system will do high precision. High precision means the accuracy. There may be a chances of misplacement. There is a chances of misleading of human being work, whereas robotics is not like that. It will do an accurate with high precision value. This is one way of the major branches of AI. The another one is learning system and the neural network, how it is going to be specified. A neural network computer system that can act like stimulate the function of the human brain. And then actually there is computer understand and react as there is statements and commands made in a natural language such as English. So this is what I explained in the previous slides, right? How AI is an artificial intelligence system, then how it is going to work? Being a system, how it is going to work? Will it have a brain like us? Will it have a hand movements like this? No, there is a concept of agent. What's meant by agent? An agent is a system which is sensing some value from the environment. That is, it will have a sensor. And it will have an actuator. There is actuators. This look like a human being hand. So what is this you are asking to the environment? Now the environments, we like a people or we may given the program like anything. Now it will sense. So anything that there is perceives and acts on its environment, it is nothing but an agent. It will give an insight. It is look like your network. In a network, there is a concept of if you take a client server, there you are talking about request and response. Request and response is nothing but a client is always giving a request to the server and the server is always giving a response to the client. It is a mutual exclusion. And finally, the client will give an acknowledgement to the server. So this is what client server technology comes under the request and response. Similarly, here an agent and environment will do like this. And before it is going to sense like this, it will have a model. It will have a model. For example, your eyes are closed. If I am giving my pen, then if I am asking what is this, then you are going to say it is a pen. Because you are trained. Having this model, you are trained. Suppose your eyes are closed. If I am giving my water bottle, then you can say what is this? You will be telling this bottle. You are not going to say it is a water bottle or cold drinks or buttermilk or something like that. Just you will be saying this. It is a bottle. So the system is trained to see some model. Then only you can predict. Then only it will predict. So this is what we call as some hypothesis. Based on the hypothesis, you can predict. It is look like a horoscope. How horoscope is taking place? The astrologists, you'll get the information later to they used to say Ragu, Ketu, Budan, Sukran like that. Based on this, you'll predict something because it's based on the hypothesis. So a prediction is having executed like this, and AI agent is also executing based on the model. How it will work? How it will work? I will see it look like a human being. A sensor is nothing but look like our eye. The agent will have a leg and hand movement. they are all actuators. Then it will give some action. It will enter into the environment. Then it will perceive. Then it will come to conclusion. So it is a give and take policy. This is what any AI will act as an agent or a human like a brain. How it will mimic like in the sense, because we are giving action to all this part. It is visualizing some information, then it is asking some question to the environment, then it is getting information. All these are informations are carried out with the help of actuators. So this is what an agent of AI. Then coming to the structure of agents that we have talked about. Agent is nothing but architecture plus a program. What's meant by architecture? Suppose if you are talking about single tier architecture, what is meant by 127.0.0.1? Anybody? What is meant by 127.0.0.1? Anybody? 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 Dr. Kruti? Ma'am? Now you are for a period of 10 to 15 minutes you are so silent.
No, sir, I don't know about that.
No problem. You can discuss, no issue. What is 127.0.0.1?
127 point?
0.0.1.
No idea, sir.
Okay. It talks about the architecture, whether my system is visible or not.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. When you are talking about a single tier architecture, a single system will look like a client as well as a server. Giving request and getting response. Giving request and getting response is nothing but a loop back address. It's a single tier architecture. It's a two tier architecture means two separate system. Client and server are two separate system. So it is a two tier architecture. When you are talking about a three tier architecture, it is nothing but a presentation layer, a business layer, and the persistent layer. So this is what a lot.
So it's just like an IP address. Is it like IP address, sir?
Yes, it is an IP address. It is a MAC address. It is an inbuilt address in the system. Any system, if you are going to buy a system by default, it will have 120.
Yeah. That I know, but I thought like something other.
Yes, no problem. Whatever the answer, you can come up with your voice. No issue. Okay. It is an IP address meant for loopback address. Why it is named as a loopback address in the sense it is give a single system is capable of sending request and getting response. A single system is capable of sending request and giving response. It is a client server architecture. If you are going to use a two separate system, it is a client server system. If you are going to use a multiple, it is a multi-tier architecture. So it is a tiered architecture. Okay. So here agent is nothing but architecture plus a program. Then what is meant by architecture? A device with a sensor and actuators. Example, a robotic car, a camera, a PC, they are all architecture. And coming to the program, implements the agent function on the architecture. Implements the agent function on the architecture. We need to do the program. This is a structure of an agent. Again, how the structure, the agent is going to be actuated like this. The agent must have a prior knowledge, must have a past experience, must have a goals and values, must have an observation. All this, they used to the ability. They used to get from the environment. Now, by giving action, you will be getting like this. So all these informations are received from natural language understanding, computer vision, speech recognition. There is a psychological sensing, mining of interaction logs. There all comes under the prior knowledge of all about this. They are all knowledge representation or machine learning. Why? Because they are all prior knowledge, past experience, goals and values, and observations. Okay, the actions are nothing but a reasoning plus a decision theory, It comes under the natural language generation, robotics, human-computer, robot interaction. So this is all about this. Coming to the functions of AI. What are the functions of AI? It's a philosophy. A philosophy is nothing but a logic or mind or knowledge. It's a mathematics. It gives some proof, computability, probability. Economics, there is maximizing payoff. Neuroscience, brain and neurons. Psychology, thought, precision, action. Control theory, there is a stable feedback system. Linguistics, knowledge, representation, syntax. Computer science and engineering, it is a pure algorithm. So wherever there is a field is involved in this concept of there is either algorithm or syntax or feedback system or action or neurons or payoff or probability or knowledge, in all these aspects, we can able to see the AI will play a vital role. Then what is the AI program? So we have seen what is architecture, we have seen what is action. Now coming to the what is the AI program? AI program can generally be thought of as a comprising three separate parts. What are the three parts? Data, operation, and control. These are the three parts. When it is going to act like a human being, then we need to do something. What we need to do something? Initially, we need to pour, we need to give the knowledge or data, there is knowledge base. What's meant by knowledge base means, Deepti ma'am. Ma'am?
Yes, sir?
What is meant by ontology? Do you know what is meant by ontology?
No, sir.
Yes, ontology is nothing but assume that I am a judge. I am going to release a verdict. I will be quoting that. I will be quoting. 1 minute. I will be quoting that. I will. 1 minute. Hello. 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 ஒரு நிமிஷம் எனக்கு ஒரு கெஸ்ட் லெக்சர் இருக்கேன். I am a judge. If I am going to verdict, I am going to give a release a verdict. I will be referring based on the Allahabad judgment released on 27/1989. I am also releasing the judgment like this. When I am referring the previous judgment, or when I am quoting the previous judgment, they are all said to be an ontology or knowledge base. For example, if you are learned something, because already you have the knowledge of holding pen, already you have the knowledge of holding mobile, already you are having the knowledge of holding bottle. All these informations are already you had a knowledge, already you have in your mind. They are all what you call as ontology. So ontology is nothing but the previous results. So previous knowledge that will be treated as a database. How a system is going to predict now the door is closed, because when it is pushing, the door is not moving. So it is a knowledge you are having. When it is why you need to go for umbrella, because outside there is a raining, droplets. So these are all as knowledge base. So this type of data initially we need to feed into the system. This is the first part of your program. The second part is the operations or the rule or the production rule, or even the rule when you're talking about a network. There we are going to talk about rules. The rules are named as, in network, rules are named as, anybody?
Protocols.
Excellent. It's a set of rules are said to be protocols. So you need to do like this. So when there is a functions are happening, you need to adhere, you need to follow the protocols. The protocol is nothing but set of rules. How it is going to be operated, how it is going to be executed. So this is a second part. And the third part is the control mechanism. How the control mechanism takes place. Which rules to apply then? Which one minute? இல்லை நான் ஒரு மைசூர் கெஸ்ட் லெக்சரில் இருக்கேன். நான் மெயில் இருக்கேன். நான் கெஸ்ட் லெக்சருக்கு முடிச்சுட்டு Okay. Okay. Keep on, there is a disturbance around. Okay, anyhow. Control. Which rules to apply when? Which rules to apply when? For example, if I am specifying C equal to square root of A. C equal to square root of A. So before I'm going to apply before I'm going to get the information of square root, I need to supply value for A, square root of A. Then that is which rules to apply when. Then selecting operations and keeping track of their effects. It's also play vital role. Typically defined by the search strategy. So how the searching strategy is going to be specified, what selection operation keeping track of their effect. For example, A plus B star C, A plus B star C, which operation is going to be executed first? Anybody? A plus B star C.
Star, sir.
Yes, there is an operator precedence rule. So this type of rules and regulation must be set in advance. Then only the program will be executed properly. So as a general concept, AA program is nothing but the way in which how we are going to send the data, operation and control. Then data and operation should be modular and easy to modify, because any data is given by us, and operations also you can modify. Suppose if you are putting A plus B star is A plus B within quotation, within parenthesis star C, then what will happen?
So which is inside the parenthesis will execute.
Now we are changing the operation now. So it's all modular and easy to modify as far as the user point is concerned. So like this, we are not going to follow straight away the stringent or strict rule to perform any operation. The operation can be modified or updated. Coming to the application, the top applications of AA: movie and entertainment, improved learning, tracking customer satisfaction, software testing, retail sector, smart. So there is smart applications, search engine refinement, banking and finance. Like that, we can keep on add the applications of, just to see the few. Movie and entertainment. How in this field AI is going to play a vital role. So since it is a human-like brain, a human-like mimic, then how it is going to play a vital role in movie and entertainment. Artificial intelligence is set off revolutionize filmmaking. What is meant by revolutionize filmmaking? It means by doing things like suggesting the ideal location for the shot. There is easing post-production work and improving the quality of streaming. So this and all will be given by the artificial intelligence. Which places are best suited for taking a shooting, and then how we are going to do the post-production. That is what we call editing and other concept. Then how to improve the quality of streaming. Streaming means the way in which how we are going to flow. The flow, even though the shots are taken in a different order, but they need to do some editing. And finally, how it is going to be steamed. Steaming means a flow of information from one place to another place. So this is what coming to on top of AI application. And improved learning. That is now people are involved in augmented reality and virtual reality concept. So it is look like it is a mixture of a digital element and the real world. How the digital element and the real world will existence in the improved learning means it is one of the art AIs that absolutely alter for better. It can offer recommendations to students based on their aptitude, performance, and the host or the other aspects of through augmented reality. So the way in which how they use the aptitude and the performance, and even for their recommendation for studies. So if you are studying this concept, definitely you can clear for this test and all. Like that, it will give you a suggestion. Then tracking customer satisfaction. Suppose I am a customer I need to get an information from a vendor, then how the customer will be given information means there is a technology. Artificial intelligence technology can be used by business to keep track of the level of customer satisfaction. Just like a robots, these bots can understand customer requirements and expectations in a much faster and more objective manner than humans. In no time, for example, even when you are typing in a Google, there is a tooltip. What is meant by tooltip? When you are typing some concept in Google, then there is a concept of tooltip. What's meant by tooltip? Anybody? What is meant by tooltip when you are typing something in Google? Anybody? Tooltip. Any idea? For example, I'm logging in, I'm typing what is meant by machine learning. That's I'm asking in Google. It is giving some definition. Okay, today I have learned. Tomorrow I'm going to type something. What is mean by? The moment itself I type what is mean by, now the system will give machine learning. Machine learning, because it will think, and it will think based on the customer expectation. This is what the bots can understand customer requirements and expectation, because since I am a faculty, definitely I may request these are the content needed from the Google. So expectation in a much faster and more objective manner than humans is one way or other the top application. Then software testing. In software testing also we can use the artificial intelligence. AI is a set to make software testing smarter and more efficient. Then what is meant by software testing? The way it means how we are going to use unit testing, integration testing, white box testing, black box testing, and there is cyclometrics testing. All this testing concept, and finally here an execution of a selenium test. All this, there is some of the tasks and functions that top companies are automating by using artificial intelligence include. So these are some artificial intelligence include software testings, unit test generation, parameterization, API test. Anybody, what is meant by API? What is API? Any response from students? What is API?
Application program interface.
Excellent. It is an application program interface. What is the meaning of an interface? It is an application program. Leave over. It depends upon the application what we are going to generate, what you are going to produce. Accordingly, you are going to code the program. Then what is meant by interface over here? It will provide. What is an interface? It will provide. In general, what is the functionality performed by interface?
Connection between the class outs.
Yes. Provide, it will establish connection between the two ends. Okay. So it is an interface test generation, maintenance, and execution of selenium test. So these are the places where we are going to. So as a general, what are the places where AIs are used? There is speech recognition, statistical learning, IVR system. Have you heard about that IVR system? What it is? What is IVR?
IVR.
Pardon? What is IVR?
Sir, IVR, IPR, sir.
IVR system, IVR. India Victory Running, IVR.
Interactive voice response.
Yes, interactive voice response. When you are booking gas, for booking press number 1. For cancellation press number 0. Like that they are giving information now?
Yes, sir.
They are all interactive voice response system. So this system is also, because it is a system. It is meant for doing some work, or there is a customized information for the customer. So even a cloud computing, in cloud computing also, you will be using this type of AI, speech to text and text to speech, or comes under the natural language processing, that is, or even ways it is named as a voice bots. There are so many applications, just I will make it fast. An autonomous planning and scheduling, autonomous rovers, and autonomous, there is telescope scheduling and analysis of data, the way in which how we are going to do analysis, and image guided surgery, how we can able to do surgery with the help of AI. Then autonomous vehicle control. In transportation, we can also use an autonomous vehicle control. And there is a pedestrian direction in the normal road. Then how there is games are played. It is both games are interactive games. Why it is an interactive game means we are operating through our joystick or any control. It is an interactive game. So all this comes under the applications. Robotics toys also comes under the AI application. So this is about AI. Then coming to the machine learning. So as a general concept, AI will act as an agent. AI will act as an agent. This agent will have an architecture plus a program. This architecture is nothing but the way in which we are going to construct the there is actuator and the sensor and other, because of the parts of the body, human body is only assembly the parts of the body. Then program where we are going to give the data, operation and control. All about this comes under the concept of AI. Then coming to the machine learning. So here is also we are going to talk about intelligence. Machines are not intelligent by nature. A machine does not have the ability to analyze data and take decisions. So is it possible to create an intelligent machines? If yes, say it is an artificial intelligence. Yes, I can make the system to mimic like a human being. Is it possible to create an intelligent machine? Yes, it is possible. If you say yes, then it is said to be an artificial intelligence. Why we are insisting artificial intelligence even in machine learning? Because machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, there are in the earlier case we had a programming. There is a structured programming, and after that we will be having machine learning, object-oriented programming. There are two ways to get a computer to do what you want. First, there is hand programming, known or interpreted logic. That is, initially we need to give a program and data. Now the system will give the output. This is what the general scenario of any what you call as programming environment or computer working environment. There is data, program. These two are fed into the system. Now the system will do some process, and finally we will be getting the output. Okay. Whether my screen is visible?
Sir, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but there is no power. Okay. And there are two ways to get a computer to do what you want. It means the second way, there is a learning from data. Machine learning is nothing but so far a computer programming, a computer language, a computer definition is nothing but it will get the data and the program, then it do process, and finally it will give the output. So this is the first scenario. Come to the second scenario. This is what a machine learning. What it is getting a data, it is getting output. Based on these two, the system will give you a model. A system will give a model means you will be giving a training to the system. You will be giving training to the system. After giving training, then if you are giving some test data, now the system can able to predict this is like this. So before execution takes place, the system must be trained. The system must be having a concept of it has to be how I can say this is a mobile phone, this is a spoon, this is a bottle, because already I'm having a training to hold all about this. So this is what training sample. By giving training sample, you can able to judge, you can able to predict. So this is a model. So a machine learning is nothing but it is a contradictory. There is a contradictory on the previous information. What is the previous information? We used to give a data and program to the system. Now the system will give the output. This is a general scenario of any programming or any computer system is concerned. Whereas machine learning is coming the concept of it will give, we will be giving data and output, but finally to generate a program or even model and how it will look like. So data science or machine learning is nothing but it will have a data mining, data analytics, database, data warehouse. All these are comes under the learning or machine learning. In artificial intelligence, it will do some concept of searching, planning, reasoning and knowledge representation, perception, activators, and robotics, natural language process. All this in all this aspect, the machine learning is having a intersect. It is influence. All these informations are. This is what the Venn diagram shows. A data mining, a data analytics, a database, a data warehouse are all part of your learning or machine learning. This machine learning is having the idea or the intelligence of all these aspects of search and planning, reasoning, perception, and robotics, natural language process. All these informations are combined together and they will be treated as a machine learning. Now this machine learning getting data from data mining, data analytics, and the databases. In general, computer science can be classified into first the major categories artificial intelligence. From this we will be having three informations. There is a symbolic learning. Symbolic learning in the sense, wherever you go for any road or there is a airport or even a train track, we can able to see a signboard. What is the meaning of signboard? Anybody? What's the meaning of signboard?
Signboard. No idea.
Signboard. When you can able to see a signboard having with bus horn symbol, on top of it there is a cross symbol, where you can able to see bus horn image, on top of it there is a cross mark, where you can able to see this signboard. Nearby, have you seen this type of signboard anywhere?
Near hospital, school,
Yes.
colleges, hill
Yes,
station.
excellent. Nearby hospital, nearby education institution, you are not supposed to make noise. It is a nuisance for the patient, it is a nuisance for the students. So indirectly they are signing for others. It is a signboard will give us an information. They are what you call as a symbolic learning. You should understand we are not supposed to make noise when you are crossing a school or a hospital. So under this symbolic learning, we will be having computer vision, robotics, image processing. Even by seeing the image, even in the nearby petrol bank, what signboard you can able to see? Near petrol bank, what signboard you can able to see? Near hospital, we are seeing this type of symbol. Near petrol bank, what signboard you can able to see?
Smoking.
Don't use.
Smoking. The smoking mentioned by crossover. Okay.
And don't use mobiles.
Pardon?
Usage of most mobiles.
Yes. Usage of mobile also, because that a spark will also lead to fire. So this is all what you call as a symbolic learning. It is an artificial intelligence. The human must have an intelligence. We are not so this is a petrol bill. We are not supposed to use a mobile. So here is a school zone is coming. We are not supposed to make a noise. So when a human is having intelligence like this, a system can also do something with the help of computer vision, robotics, and image processing. Coming to the machine learning, there are three types of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. All this learning will come from the machine learning. One more concept in machine learning is statistical learning. It's nothing but speech recognition in NLP, but we are talking about more on supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and machine learning. There is a reinforcement. Supervised learning, we are going to talk about classification, and unsupervised learning, we are going to talk about clustering. Reinforcement means just a way in which how experience will speak about. And finally, deep learning. The deep learning, that is conventional neural network and the recurrent neural network concept. And there's a conventional computer vision and object recognition. This is the overall map how a machine learning, how an artificial intelligence having a subset. And coming to the machine learning. Machine learning is a field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. We are not giving any program. Now you see in the image, we are giving data and output. We are not giving any program. Now the system is going to do a program or model. This is what machine learning. There is ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. So in simple term, machine learning means making prediction based on data. There is making prediction based on the data. For example, how you are going to predict? Your eyes are closed. I'm giving the mouse. Then by touching the mouse, you can say what it is mean. If you are asking, you will be saying it is a mouse. So it is a mere prediction based on the data. This is what the machine learning, because already you have been trained. Having with the trained, then you will be predicting like this. Then you see the machine learning one more, the image. The training data set, you will be given a training data set. There is unsupervised learning and supervised learning. All these informations are entered in the feature extraction. Now a new data is entered in the feature extraction. Now the machine learning algorithm will have some model based on the model, based on the feature. For example, a two-wheeler is available. Two-wheelers are parked. There are so many two-wheelers. A TVS 50 is there, a Scooty is there, a Bullet is there, a Suzuki is there, a Yamaha is there. All these are two-wheelers. But even then, how we are going to say their name means because it's based on the features. That is what we call a feature extraction. How a machine learning is extracting feature means because the features are already stored. It will map. If it is matching, then it will give like this. So now the machine learning algorithm will test and it will give a grouping of objects. Then it will predict model. Then the predict model is annotated data. So like that it will give using the algorithm. Then coming to the learning. So we have seen what is going to be intelligence. Intelligence is nothing but the capacity to learn and solve the problem. That is what the definition for intelligence. Come to the learning. What's my learning? Process of converting experience into the expertise or knowledge. Learning is nothing but we are keep on learning. And on fine stage, we are going to be expertise. We are going to be expertise in particular field. So this is a process of converting experience into expertise or knowledge. This is what the pyramid I have mentioned: data, information, knowledge. So today's date, since I have given the two is nothing but today's date is 2. It is an information. How I am going to say it is a knowledge. Temperature equal to 10, 12, 13, 9 to 30 values I have given. So what you can able to say 01/12/2019, Ooty temperature equal to 10/11. What we can able to infer in the month of December, because 1/12/2019, 12. In the month of December, Ooty temperature is very low. This is what your knowledge. Here, a data is given like this. A temperature is a data. Here it is an information. 1/12/2019, Ooty temperature is 10/11. So first one is data, second one is information, and the third one is knowledge. What knowledge? Because since you are learned, since you are experienced, then you are going to expertise. Then you are going to predict your knowledge. What is the prediction of your knowledge? In the month of December, Ooty temperature is very low because it is at 10 degree or 11 degree. So this is what learning. So similarly, the machine is also going to learn what we have understood. So this is the pyramid: data, information, and knowledge. So the working principles of machine learning here. The working principles. There is a labeled data. There are so many labeled data are there. So many labeled data are there. Here some of the labels you are given information. If it is like this, it is a hexagon. If it is like this, it is a square. If it is like this, it is a triangle. So by the labeled data and the information, everything is fed into the model training. So it is given the model training. Then now we are capable enough. Now I am experienced. Now I am capable to classify what are the images are coming inside. I can able to predict. This is model training. Now I am going to send my test data. Now I'm going to send my test data. The test data, if I'm sending to the prediction model, now the prediction model will classify. This is what a supervised learning. Now the prediction model will classify. So the first one is a square, the second is a triangle. So this is what a machine learning. What is a machine learning? A machine learning will capable enough to get a training data set and the labeled information. They are all put into the model. Now this model is capable enough to predict whenever you are going to send a new data or test data with the help of prediction. Now with the help of prediction, it will classify whether it is a square or triangle. So giving a data and output, it will give the model. Here data and output you are giving, then finally it will give the model. So this is a square, this is a triangle. And coming to the types of machine learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and the reinforcement learning. So supervised learning means a task-driven, predict the next value. There is unsupervised means a data-driven, identify the clusters, then learn from mistakes. That is experience, because already we had a mistake. From the mistake experience, we are going to give reinforcement learning. Learning is a continuous process. Human learning versus machine learning process. Human learning is nothing but a semester exam is grade, voice recognition, learning from their past experience. These are what we call as a human learning. Come to the machine learning. Now is a simple example. Machine learning process. It's a machine learning problem. What it means, we are hearing some music. The music, they will be having a concept of intensity and tempo. So here, song A is a fast tempo and soaring intensity. Song A. Song B, where is the song B? Here is the song B, medium tempo and medium intensity. So using this, which song will play a vital role? Mindset is concerned. So based on the previous value, it is a mere prediction. So there is a tempo and intensity, how it is mingled together based on you can predict. This I'll skip. There is from intuition to machine learning. First intuition, there is using experience and judgment to predict outcomes. Early 90s, there is manual analysis. The 1970s, there is a statistical programming languages played a role. 90s, there is a visual statistical software. Then now we have automated machine learning. This is the evolution of machine learning. Now, why machine learning is hard? What two? You see that here. This also you can say two. This also you can say two. So the way in which how it is going to give you a perfect output based on that, the learning will play a vital role. This is what machine learning is hard and so on. Why machine learning is hard? That is the learning to identify an apple. All these are named as an apple. It is a red apple. It is a system apple. So the way in which how it is going to be, what are the parameters they are going to take? Color, type, and shape. Color is red, fruit, and oval. There is Apple Corporation. There is white logo and cut oval. It is a peach. There is a red fruit and round. So here it is apple, red fruit, and oval. Here is Apple Corporation. That is a white logo and cut oval. This that is cut oval. Then the peach, that is red and fruit round. So this is how some machine may get confused whether it is which apple. So because of this reason, machine learning is also hard. Even in Google ML, machine learning is everywhere at Google. In all these places, you can use our. These are the symbols. These are the places where you can use our Google. There is a machine learning problem solving approach. There is a simple example. This talks is multiple object detection. Here, there are so many objects are there. That is, what is the object and where it is present in the image. Here, what is the object, where it is present. What is the object, where it is present. So let's see how this problem is tackled using machine learning and the way in which how it is going to be tackled with. And the type of machine learning problem, the machine learning problem, there is a classification, regression, clustering, association rule, structured output, ranking. So classification means that is you are assigning class label to an object, assigning a class label. This is a cat, this is a beer, like that. So regression, predicting numerical value, click-through rate, clustering, that is forming a similar group. Association rule, there is a likely, if I buy a milk, definitely sugar. If I buy bread, then I will buy a jam. So that is an association rule. Structured output, create a complex output, and ranking, there is identify, position is a scale. Right. So the machine learning model will involve with, there is a label, raw data, training data set, test data set. It is what you call as a processing. Learning means there is an algorithm which is available. The evaluation means that the model labels fit in and the final model. Finally, it will predict a new data, new label. So these are the problem which is applicable in bank loan application, medical treatment, sales, weather forecast, clustering, and students' information. As a total, machine learning is classified into 3 types: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Okay. Now one more example. Here now see the supervised learning. Here duck. There is not duck informations are given. Supervised learning, predictive model informations are given. So this is a model or algorithm is given like this, and there is an input is given and predictive model. Then it will find it is a duck because the feature extractions are carried out here, and it will give the answer. Unsupervised learning, it is a clustering algorithm. So unsupervised clustering algorithm, just like it will do the grouping. So all ducks are grouped together, and dogs and the cats are grouped together. It's unsupervised because we are not going to classify whether it is this or that, but we are going to group together. So it's a similar information for shaping, and this also for doing the classification, how it is going to be machine learned. And supervised learning, there is a supervised learning labeled data. Here there is a coin is inserted 3 grams, 7 grams, and 4 grams coins are there. Weight is the future, currency is the label. If I entering the coin, then it will give 1 rupee. Labeled data is there. It's 1 rupee. How it is giving 1 rupee? Supervised learning uses labeled data to train the model. Here there is a machine. New features of the object along the label associated with a feature. Here the labels, what you mentioned. Here the weight is also mentioned. The currency is also mentioned. When you are feeding into the labeled data, then it will give you 1 rupee coin. This is what I supervised. The multi-supervised, multi-class level classification like this. Now you see binary classification, whether it is a spam or not. In such a case, it will give yes or no. It's a binary classification. Multi-class classification, there is a cat, dog, or horse, or fish, or bird like this. Then multi-label classifications. So multi-label class, there is both. Here it is a cat. Here it is a bird. So like that, you can classify all this what you call as classification. Unsupervised means you are going to get different information. All these are going to be grouped together. Batsmen are all in one group. Bowlers are all one group. So there are what you call as comes under the runs and wickets. So runs are purely based on the batsmen. Wickets are purely based on the bowlers. This is unsupervised learning because it's a clustering. Why it is a clustering? Batsmen and bowlers are not having the same. Batsman will do the concept of batting. Bowler, he will do the bowling. So they are all not a similar group. They are different group. Different groups are grouped together, formed together. Now you see, working principle, unsupervised machine learning. There are different colors of dots are there. Then you are entering to the machine learning. Then finally, it is grouping together. All pink color, green color, blue color. They are what you call as unsupervised learning because it is grouping. So there is a related group of informations are formed in a cluster. Okay. This is what a clustering is. Basically unsupervised learning, and it will divide and it will group the similar group of activities in a particular region. All square, rectangle, and all so there is a circle, rectangle, and square. So having this basket, you can use by color wise, by shape wise, by size wise. Also, you can do the clustering. This is what a clustering application where it is used means marketing, biology, library, insurance, city planning, and networking. Cluster is purely meant for fraud detection. How it means my usual tendencies to withdraw the money in my bank is 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 in a 4 different span of activities. Assume that this is what my usual tendency of withdrawing money from the bank. Assume that my ATM card is stolen by somebody. Somehow he knows the PIN number is also. In such a case, he won't withdraw the money 10,000 like he will withdraw the whole amount at a stage. In such a case, it is lying outside. Since it's lying outside, it is treated as a fraud. So this is what a fraud detection. This is already we have seen type of machine learning. And coming to the deep learning, so deep learning is nothing. So machine learning, you will be given input, feature extraction, then it will classify, then output. Coming to the machine learning, you will be giving input and so many feature instruction available there. It is nothing but there are so many layers are there: input layer, hidden layers, output layer. Having with all this, it's look like a neural network. So a deep learning is nothing but neural network of information. It will get an information from us. It will do some refinement. How it is going to be get a refinement? For example, if you are going to get a petrol, initially you will be getting a crude oil, then you will be getting a kerosene, then you will be getting a kerosene, then you will be getting a diesel, then you will be getting a petrol, then you will be getting refined petrol for flight. This is what somewhat a refinement. So this is what deep learning. A deep learning is nothing but a neural network concept, a single layer, a two layer, or three layer concept. So now we see a face is given as an input layer, some hidden layer 1, 2, 3. Finally, you will be getting the output layer. So this is a face of such and such a actor or such and such a that is what you call as VIPs or there is celebrity, any name you can give. So a neural network will play vital role to analyze the deep learning. Deep learning nothing but a refinement of for having with the multi-layer feed-forward neural network. What is meant by multi-layer feed-forward network? Anybody? What is meant by multi-layer feed-forward neural network? A dash become a dash of another. Anybody? An output become input of another layer. On output become input of, this is an output. This is the same output going to be input of another layer. This is an output, an input of another layer. This is an output, input of another. This is what a multi-layer feed-forward network. So this is an example. A trained data cycle, boat and car and flights are there. Future information are also there. Using this future information, if you are sending the data, then the deep learning will have a three layer, that is three connector layers. Using these three connector layers, it will get an inference. From this inference, it will detect the given test. Now with the test data we are giving, the future vector, the car information it is taking, and finally it will be having the multi-layer feed-forward neural network inference. It will decide it is a car. Okay. So computer vision is also one of the artificial intelligence. The way in which how we are going to, if whenever there is an accident that takes place, how the damaged cars are captured and how it is going to be analyzed. For this, you are going to use data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, and streaming data. Structured data means a full structured information. Semi-structured means, for example, if you are going to send a mail is a semi-structured data because you need to send to address, but you need not send a subject or attachment. Unstructured data means a data which you are derived from a web page is unstructured data. Streaming data means moving data. Wherever there is a CCTV camera, where you can able to get the data, they are what you call as computer vision. There is a reinforcement learning means an agent and environment having with the practice, having with an experience, they will decide. So reward based on learning. There is an agent is going to give the status to the state to the environment, then is doing action. Based on the action, he or she will get the reward. Now this is a reinforcement learning. In a house environment, cat is an agent sitting, and the state is action is moving, is walking, and after moving or walking, then the cat will be given fish. That is what is a reward. This is what the reinforcement learning. That is by experience, by using some work. So as a concept, agent will play agent, environment, and action, and the state or the four status as far as reinforcement learning is concerned. As a general concept, the final slide, intelligence. Any technique which enables a computer to mimic a human behavior. Machine learning is the technologies or the techniques that give a computer the ability to without being explicitly programmed to so. And deep learning is a subset of ML which make the computation of multi-layer neural network feed-forward concept. So it's looking at a human being. You don't do any programming explicitly. It will do a multiple layer of feed-forward. There is a refinement work. So that's all, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you for an excellent presentation, sir. Really, this webinar helps the students for broadening their skills as well as their understanding in the brief explanation about AI and its explanation, difference between DL and ML, and how the neural network has been incorporated for the deep learning. Really, it was a good information for our students, and also we gained the knowledge that it was like a clear picture for us. So thank you so much, sir. So let me have some time for the questionnaires for the students. If there are any questions, we can have.
Any questions?
So dear students and the participants, if you have any questions, please unmute your audio and you can ask directly, or if you are not, you can also type in the text box, chat box. We'll convey the questions to the sir.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Myself, Sukshma. Like you explained about IVR, right? IVR. Yeah. How it is going to implement, sir? You told like in phone calls while booking the gas and all, it will come. How they're going to implement, like?
It is a concept which is involved with, there is a concept RPA. Do you know what's meant by RPA?
No, sir.
Robotic process automation. As and when a customer they are asking any question, by automatically it will give the information. The voice are recorded. So there is a concept. Tamil one for Hindi press 2, for Malayalam press 3. So like that, it is a pre-recorded information. Once it is accepted information, then it will go for the next menu. So for customer care, you press 9. For banking information, you press 7. For credit card information, press 3. So once you are given the information, it is getting information. Next, it will go to the next menu. So like that, it will keep on going. It's a pre-recorded information based on the input what you are receiving. Accordingly, it will convert. Okay, it's just like rules. If then else rules.
It's like a just confirmation message.
Yes,
for the
confirmation message as well as if then else rules.
Yeah, sir. We learned about that AI is with a different. Subjects of the computer science, like artificial intelligence means here we learned about the networking related concepts we learned, and image processing, everything it is. Is there any subject which is not related to this artificial intelligence?
The domain where you are going to implement your artificial intelligence, that domain knowledge you must have. For example, I am going to use a statistical analysis. I need to learn statistics. If I'm
Yes, sir. I said that we are using all the subjects. No?
Yes.
So is there anything which is not used in artificial intelligence?
If you are not going to include any domain in this artificial intelligence, in such a case, you need not study. This is what.
Yeah. So it means everything it is incorporated in the single subject.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The students, if you have any questions, please.
Pavitra, you can ask. You raised your hand, right?
Sir, can we say that smart homes use this technology? After that gone. Smart home? 1 minute.
Sir, it's a question like, can we use the smart homes, use this technology that is a combination of AI, ML?
Yes, of course. As and when I am entering into the room, the fan has to run. As when I enter into my room, the tube light must glow. So all these informations are all comes under the smart home appliances. We can use. That is clear?
Dear students, kindly fill the feedback link.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I express my sincere thanks to our resource person, Dr. M. Krishnamurthy. Wonderful presentation. Your many years of research and in-depth understanding of the subject was very evident in the presentation. It was very insightful and inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and ideas, sir.
Welcome.
A strong leadership is the foundation of our institution's success. It is only possible with our principal, Dr. C.J. Priya, and continuous support from the management that will not be possible. Thank you for inspiring our students to achieve their dreams every single day. Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of HFGC, I thank all the participants for attending this webinar. In order to make the session even more successful, I request you to fill our valuable feedback and suggestion. I thank you in advance for your comments and suggestions. I request all the participants, please fill the feedback form and leave the comment. Thank you everyone. Stay home, stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.